Do you like video games and do you like movies? Well, what if we just...
It's a me, a Mario.
So it's no secret that video game adaptations have been all the rage lately, with the new Sonic movie coming out, Last of Us, Fallout, and the Mario movie. But I personally feel that there's a lot of video games that have a lot of potential that should be made into movies. So here are some of my top picks for video games that need to have a movie adaptation. Starting off our list, we got God of War. Now looking at God of War, you can 100% see a story that is perfect for a movie, or heck, even a trilogy of movies. Whereas starting from the first game all the way to the newest God of War game. Like a god who just decides to just start taking out other gods, that sounds like just an insane plot for a movie. Next up, we got Super Smash Bros. And now that we got a Mario movie, a Sonic movie, and also we are getting a Legends of Zelda movie, this seems to be a lot more possible. Now I can see this movie being the end game for video game characters. Like if you haven't kept up to date with Super Smash Bros, they now have the biggest characters in gaming, including Sonic, like I mentioned earlier, Steve from Minecraft, freaking Pac-Man, and even Pikachu. They also have so many more that if I tried to name them off, we'd be here for hours. I think it would be so fun and entertaining to watch some of the most beloved characters in gaming interact with each other and be in the same movie. Alright, moving on, we got Castle Crushers. And if you haven't heard of Castle Crushers, for one, go play it. Secondly, it's an older game that came out back in 2008 and followed 4 knights with different abilities as they try to save crystal that was stolen from their kingdom, and all the side quests and villains that get in the way. And I think the comedy and the fun characters from the game, I believe you can make a fun and entertaining movie. Also, as an artist, I always personally love the art style for Castle Crushers, and I could just imagine some awesome fight scenes and gorgeous scenery that they can do with this type of art style. But another reason that they should make this movie is because for 16 years now, we have gotten nothing else from Castle Crushers, and the community is starving for something new. Okay, we did get a remaster with a new minigame, but still, I think that a movie can bring back a lot of people who loved Castle Crusher. Also bring lots of new people to this great indie game. One thing I have thought of is the voices. This part would be a huge challenge because they don't talk at all in the game. Like, pretty much no one talks in the game. So you'd have to try and find voice actors to fit those characters. Next up, we got Halo. And alright, so I know they have already done this before, but I think I speak for a lot of people when I say that the show from Halo was very bad and could do for a redo that gives the Halo games some justice, and more importantly, Master Chief some justice. One thing that really bugged me about the Halo series is that they had the reveal of his face with no build-up. And if you don't know, before the show, it wasn't shown at all in the game. So learn from the mistakes from the series. They should try taking a page out of the Mandalorian's book. And like in the first season of that show, we had no clue what his face looked like, only if you had IMDb. In the show, Star Wars didn't reveal it at all until the season finale. So I think they could do the same thing with Master Chief and keep that part of his character a secret until later on in the movie or in the sequel. But looking at the story that is being told in the Halo games with all the fun and iconic characters, I think they can make Halo a fun and entertaining movie. And for our last one, we got Plants vs. Zombies. Now, I've heard recently, apparently we were supposed to get a Plants vs. Zombies movie that was going to be made by Sony, but apparently they scrapped it. I'm just confused. Like, why would you scrap this movie, but you're okay with the Emoji movie? Like, what? I think a movie like this would be awesome. Sure, the lore of Plants vs. Zombies is this, but I feel like you could still make a fun and awesome story with this. It could start with a horrifying zombie apocalypse, and maybe you could give the origins of Crazy Dave and how he got the plants. And there you go. There's all my ideas for video games that need to be made into movies. And please comment any that I missed. But anyways, that's all I got time for. Thank you guys so much for watching. Now it's time for homework. On to subscribe, smack that like button. I'll be landing back with my next video. Bye. I'm looking at you. Okay, like, if you haven't what did I just say? And if you haven't heard of Crush, but looking at the game,